All right, class, it's very efficient. It looks like our Wi-Fi here at school is quite efficient. So worry not when you come here because we do have pretty good Wi-Fi. Sometimes I get disconnected, you know it, but it kicks me back in straight away. All right, so maybe it's even better than home sometimes, right? Because of course this is a school. We have to have a strong Wi-Fi connection, Wi-Fi connection. All right. So before I let you go for lunch, which is not too soon, everybody, including Guadalupe, Carlos, Natalia, these are the people who responded the last to my question. But if you haven't, please do so, including David, Christopher, Maria. I'm scrolling up and down. Vincent, and Karen, Christopher, and among others. And I can see names twice and thrice, and that is to say, they have been involved, participating all the time, or most of the time. Excellent. So before I let you go for lunch, you should be able to know exactly the procedure on how to assemble, after putting all the sticks together, this triangle in order to show the relationship among the organisms that we have used in the past. We're going to limit ourselves with those organisms, including the plant, and putting them in a triangle that will show the feeding habit. Okay, before the recording, during the warm-up, I asked you to type the word habit. Okay, not hobbit, the one that sells hamburger. All right, habit. Habit. If you haven't, please do so now. So as we said, a habit, I say, is something that we do over and over again. All right. Or for example, when somebody use the word feeding habit. So as I mentioned, my feeding habit is that I have 3 square meals: little breakfast, little lunch, little dinner, and sometimes I snack. Or another way is feeding habit. What kind of food I prefer? What kind of dish you like? Do you eat both no, veggies and chicken? Therefore, you are omnivorous. If you prefer only meat, then, like for example, animals, a lot of them are like that. They prefer meat, like for example, coyote, for instance, wild cat, lion. They don't live with veggies. They got to hunt other animals, they're predators. So they want meat. So they're carnivores. But the other hand, they're like Gagra, Sapa, they love greens. So they are herbivores. So these are examples of feeding habits. Alright? First of all, I feel I'm talking to screen. Are you with me? Type in the room. A timestamp, Turbo 7. I must see your name. For Yes, now I feel more at ease. So I'm not alone here. Actually, I'm alone technically, but I know you are out there listening and paying attention. I guess when I see your screen in the Guardian. Yeah, but still, I have people that I would love you to pin my screen so you can see it in a bigger scale, on a bigger scale. All right, no, that's our goal. Let me reiterate. So, in a quicker manner, before I let you go for lunch. After this, we do have another small activity. And as I told you, I may be able to give you another room tour so you see how the plexiglasses are set up in our classroom. Okay? So before last time, I took it in another classroom, but this time the classroom is, I think it's pretty all set to welcome you if you decide to go next week. Okay, you should be able to know how to assemble, put all the things that we need here in this assembled triangle, which you should have, using the animals and applying the vocabulary words that would be used in the past, such as producer, consumer, decomposer. All right, are we clear with our goal? I must see your name in the room at timestamp 12:08. Are we clear? Crystal clear. Timestamp 12:08. Yeah, yes. So, because the way I do it is that when I go online after school while waiting for you, I open up the email and I see your name and I count how many. If I see your name, okay, oh, let's say Carlos did it 4 times. Then I'm happy with that. 4 times, 10 points. That's 100% for participation. That's why you will see 100% in your grade. But that's just for participation. But it means a lot, honestly. A lot, as in a lot. So that help you improve your grade. Okay. All right. Let me begin by refocusing the camera. But first, tell me in the chat room, these are the organisms. Would you name them to me once again? Okay, put the name of this organism, this animal, in the chat room. Timestamp 1209. What is this? A goat. Excellent. All right. What about this? Timestamp at 1209 again. Type in the chat. Lion. Lovely. Excelente. What about this one? Timestamp at 1210. Oh, sorry. It's facing me. My mistake. My bad. My bad. All right. Timestamp at 12:15. 12:10. A rabbit. And last but not the least, what do you think is missing? These are all animals. To complete a food chain, wherein the main source of energy or where the energy originally came from, not from the animal, what do you think we need to include? Yes, a tree or a plant. Lovely. Yeah. Then the story starts with the plant. Yeah. And the story starts with the plant. Yeah. So for us, if we want to complete a chain from the beginning where the energy is coming from, we got to start with the plant. And we have learned plant is a producer and it's the main source of food for all practically. And we know that sun also needs energy. Could you tell me I'm sorry, my mistake. I was about to say plant instead of the sun. I said the answer already, class. We know that plant, although they can make their own food, they need energy to do this. Could you tell me, jog your memory, where do plants get their energy from? I'm waiting. Oh, yeah, there you go. You never gave me a time to snooze, huh? Lovely. Yes, at 11:12, I have the following people, including Jasmine, who just typed the word sun. Yes, there must be some sort of light. Basically, the sun, or it could be an artificial. Oh, I took my lamp away because I am a bit cleaning to get the classroom ready to welcome you next week. Yeah. So these plants, the main reason why we do have food supply and oxygen for use of both human beings and animals. Right? Plants are great, huh? They clean the environment, they give us food. They're very generous, so to speak. Okay, let us start putting them together. Very easy. You'll find you'll say, it's hunky dory. It's easy. It is, as a matter of fact. So, all right. So we're going to use the following animal. Now, in this case, you will notice, and you know that the bottom, the base of the triangle is the biggest or the largest. Next is the second level. And then next is the third level. And as you go up the triangle, it gets smaller, smaller, and smaller. It means that if you're going to look at the number of organisms, there are going to be less animals here. If you're going to compare this and this, there are going to be less animals than this. And this is for the plants. There's more plants, isn't it? In many places where we go, every time we turn our head, we see plant. Even in desert, Don't get me wrong. Desert is not only sun. There are parts of the desert, but primarily it's sun. There are plants that survive on the desert, like Sahara Desert. And I've been to the Sahara Desert in Morocco. Oh, it's beautiful. Well, it's a big, vast of sandy environment there. It's the largest desert in the world. But if you go and explore the Sahara, maybe stay there for 3 days on a caravan and do some form of camping, which I did, you will actually see there are spots of plants around. You may even be able to see oasis on the desert. All right. So now, are you still with me, by the way? Are you still with me? Type in the room. 12:14. Yay. Lovely. Okay. So first up, let me refocus the camera. Once again, the goal is to put these organisms in the triangle and show the feeding relationship. So here we have the very first part of the triangle, the base. This is where we're going to place the producers. And we have learned that in the past, we even used this card. Now we're using this card for the triangle. These are the producers. And our example will be, could you tell me which example, which shall I put as my example for producers? Look at my pictures here. Tell me, which example will I place in the producer? Waiting. At timestamp 12:15. Yes, the tree. Thank you, Guadalupe. Yes, the producer goes at the base or at the bottom with the largest space of the triangle. Okay, now we have fewer choices here. Now, on top, okay, above the producer, as we go up the triangle, we will have the consumers. These are my first consumers. These are the ones that eat plant only. All right, could you tell me which among these organisms that I have that eat plants only? Tell me, at timestamp to 12:16. All right, I'm waiting. Let me talk to you face to face. For the second level above the producer, look for animals that eat plants only and tell me. Number 3, Jose, but I believe that was your response for the first question, but thank you. Okay, listen very well, Jose. This is the next question. Same process, you and your classmate will select among the remaining animals which should be above the tree. In the triangle, above the producer, in the first consumer. Could be 1 or 2. Which among these animals eat plants only? Lion, goat, rabbit, or coyote? No, not wildcat, sorry. A rabbit, right? Yeah! Rabbit here, rabbit. Sounds like a frog. What else? Any other animal? I'm sorry. And a goat. And a goat with a beard. Right. Goat. We get milk from goat, right? Goat milk, right? So if a person say that, okay, I don't depend on plant, but they drink milk, and the milk is a goat milk, for example, or the regular milk, they came from cow. They came from goat, and this goat feed on grass. So that person who say that I don't depend on plant, basically, you're depending on plant indirectly. All right, and you get 10% of the energy from the goat, and 10% from the plant as well. Okay, so the goat goes. So there are 2 herbivores here. Okay, the feeding habit. All right. Okay. Now we have this. Da-da-da-da. The next we need to put the consumer as well. This will be our another consumer. All right, animal eater. Okay. Another consumer in this animal eats another animal. Remember, we do have the top of the pyramid. This is for the most fierce animal. This will be for our apex predator. Which do you think among the two can fit here? Type in the room. 12, 19. Would it be, we have two choices here. Yeah, let's put the wildcat here because when it comes to size, the wildcat may be smaller than the lion. But they belong in the same family, cat family. The lion can be right at the top. Okay, so in that case, the lion will be our apex predator, which is also a consumer. Meaning to say, they will never ever make their own food like plant. They will always depend on others for food supply. For lion, they have to directly attack other animals less powerful than them, Mhm. or weaker and smaller than them. You know that lion is very aggressive, right? They look tame sometimes. They will not respond, but whenever they are provoked, right? Don't play with the lion. Right? Don't play with the lion. I think I told you a story about the lion encounter I had, right? So I went on a safari. I never saw the lion in the national park. That was in Kenya. No, I'm sorry. That was in Tanzania. Yeah. So I went to Tanzania and in Africa. So one of my activities was to go safari. I did two safari, but I never saw it. But on my way back to my hotel, which is close to National Park, and I decided to walk. Oh my God. A lion is in the neighborhood. In the neighborhood, honestly. Did you hear me? Did you hear me? A time's up. Yeah. I was scared to death. That's a true story. It happened, I think it was 3 years ago. I was quite frustrated, in a way disappointed because I was expecting to see a lion. Those big. I saw all the four of the big five. I never saw the, but on my way, oh wow, it's a lion. So the lion did not do anything. So I just walk softly, gently in the. It's a neighborhood area. There's some lights, and then apparently, actually, the local people when I arrived to my hotel, they told me, "You're lucky guy because that's in that was almost 9 o'clock in the evening. You're lucky person here. You're still here." Right. So because I am a stranger, so that's I've learned a lesson. Quite good thing is that I never encounter that lion that made me run away. I saw a lion. It was it was scary. Well, my point is that this animal is less in terms of other animals. That's why in the pyramid they are at the top. And the pyramid at the top has less space. There is less lion. Now, we do have all the parts aside from the decomposers. Okay? Aside from the decomposers. But let's focus on this first. Let me ask you once again. Let me check. Are we clear so far on how to put this together? Using example plant and animal and correctly put them in the correct part of the triangle. Are we clear? Show me your fizz of 5. I know it so well, teacher. I can teach anybody. 4, I'm good. I'm ready to move on to the next, which is putting the decomposer. 3, I have question. 2, I don't know the reason why I'm not getting it. Watch the recorded video after that. All right, attend the intervention. And 1, I just signed in. I just log up. Okay, let me find out. At 12:24, I should see your name. Yeah, everybody is 4. Oh, we got 5. Yeah. 4, 5. It's 5. Excellent. Lovely. Did you know that whenever you show me your level of understanding, whether it's a 4 or 5, 3, 2, and 1, I am happy because my goal is for everybody to learn, and I want to make certain that I know who need more help. That's a reward if you're a teacher, being a teacher. Let me find out first. Where's the rest? Because I did not see. Did I see Kevin? No, I didn't. I didn't see Kevin. I didn't see Joanna. No, 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 no. Let me find over there. They're here. Giovanna and Jose, Kevin. No. Oh, thanks, Jose. Kevin. Good form. Giovanna, I don't see yet. All right, but the rest are here. Excellent. Okay, last but not the least is when we know that all organisms here will die, one way or the other. Okay, they will die. When they die, when we die, so our body will decompose. And we have learned in the past, remember our example yesterday in our lesson about the effect of worms to the health of the soil. The worm which we saw in the bottle. Let me get it, Buzz. Hold on. Is a decomposer. Right. In our lesson yesterday, we look at how this worm affect the health of the soil, and we've learned that worm as a decomposer makes the soil healthy. If the soil is healthy, meaning good, then the soil is good for planting. So never kill worm. They will never harm us. Other people even eat worms, right? Yeah, they do. But I don't. They make worm bug. Did you know that? Did you know that? Oh, this worm is rich in protein, by the way. They make worm burger. I've never tasted that, but I know it exists. All right. So when these organisms they die, all the decomposers such as the worms, including that right in front of me. Is it? No. Where is my decomposer class? Where? Right, actually, right beneath. So decomposers like bacteria, fungus, and several animals. Okay, animals like worms, they are decomposers. They're the one depending on decaying or dead bodies, or in other words, they call it organic matter. So we've learned in the past that when this organism die, let me switch this so I can put the arrow. When these organisms die, I'm just switching because the arrows I want to put is in this direction. Right. So when these organisms die, the plant, the rabbit, the goat, the wild cat will be food source for decomposers. All right. In our lesson in the past, we use the arrow, and we learned that the arrow means the direction of the flow of energy from food, and that is the flow of energy. So when the arrow is pointing to an animal, that is say, or to a bacterium, or a fungus, or a worm, or decomposers, that means to say that the energy is coming from, let us say, coming from rabbit to the decomposer, tree to the bacteria, wildcat when they die to the bacteria. Okay, similarly, these consumers go get the energy from the plant. Okay, let me clear some things in here to make it less clutter. So I'm going to take this out, these pink labels, and just leave the animals there. Here is the plant. So this consumer gets energy from the plant. Okay, and we have learned that in the past. Similarly, let's see. Could you tell me if I place the next arrow correctly at timestamp 12:30? Tell me. The first arrow I put was the arrows for pointing the decomposer. That's the first. The second arrow was points to the goat from plants because the energy is coming from the plant because the goat eats plant. Third arrow, tell me in the room. Gonna put it now. Did I put it correctly? Okay. I will see your name at timestamp 12:31. Did I put it correctly? Yes or no? Here it is. So I'm placing, okay, hold on. I'm placing the third set of arrow pointing from goat to the wildcat. Is this a correct placement? The wildcat gets the energy from the goat. I'm waiting. At timestamp 12:31. Is it correct? Waiting. Abraham said yes. Christopher said yes at 12:31. What about the rest? Excellent. I'm missing Natalia. Normally Natalia participated a lot, but it looks like Natalia. Where's Natalia? Karen said yes. Okay, class. I hope I know that you. It took you a while before you put your name. Excellent. I know you were thinking. All right, you were thinking that yes, the arrow direction was placed correctly. It is pointing from the animal that wildcat can possibly kill and enjoy as food. And we've learned that this food is a source of energy. And that arrow, the direction of the arrow, and we've learned this in the past, shows the flow of energy. And once again, how much energy does an animal get from another animal and an animal get from plant? What's the percent? How much energy? Type in the room. Let's jog our memory. At 12:33, what is the percent? How much energy do they get each time they eat? How much energy is being transferred? I'm waiting. At timestamp 12:33. Yes, 10% only. Yeah. By the rule, just 10%. The other 90%, the animal that has been killed or the plant that has been killed or eaten by a goat, they actually use it while they are alive. In doing their own chores, so to speak, because they have to grow, they have to repair their body if they are sick. They have to reproduce all those activities of the living things. Yeah. When we suffer from sickness, our body needs the energy to heal ourselves. And that is the reason why we gotta have that energy. Finally, I saw Natalia. 10%. Maybe I just did not see you participating a lot. That's why. Yeah. All right. So here, I think this is complete now, right? So now in your project, you can use your own example. You can do search online. And I posted a picture of this in the Google Classroom. I will also take a photo of this example, all right, of this example, and I will post it in the Google Classroom as well. All right. So for how are we doing? What's your level of understanding for the final time I ask you? This is with regards to putting this together, showing the relationship between the examples that we have when it comes to their placement in the triangle, showing the transfer of energy. Level of understanding now, 1235. 5, I know it's well, Mr. Felix, I can teach anybody. If I can see that now, maybe I can give you a room tour again. 5, I know it so well. 4, I can do it alone. 3, after paying attention, I still have some question. Oh, 4.4, I love it. And then 1, 2, I'm a bit confused, and 1, I didn't get it. I would get 5. Yeah, lovely. Let me see if the students that I was expecting to participate now to show if they did. If they did not, quite disappointing. Let me see. Yeah, they're here, but one is missing. Oscar and Kevin again. I don't see your name. All right. All right, class. Did we accomplish our goal? Did we complete our goal, which is to put this together? Did we? 1236, I must see your name. Did we accomplish our goal? I'm waiting. I think so. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Okay. So it looks like I will be able to give you another room tour, and here you will see the setup. If you decide to go, and you will see the plexiglasses. Each table has a chair and a plexiglass. Let me stop the recording now.